Hello, hello. Hey guys, welcome to our live Q&A from beautiful New Zealand. Hope you guys all have a nice refreshing drink. If you didn't make your coffee yet or something that's going to keep you toasty warm here, get something refreshing. If you're watching from Eastern Standard Time or Europe, whatever you want to drink, get something right now, and I'll play the intro for you while you guys are getting your nice drinks. We are growing up without borders, a family of 5 traveling to every country in the world. It all began with a 5-week trip to Europe back in 2013, which then led to us traveling to now 6 continents in 98 countries.
Take a road and a road to the open air. Anytime and a place, and I'll meet you there.
We've been blessed to spend many months here in New Zealand and explored everything from the very top to the very bottom. Are you ready to join the journey? Let's go.
This day is ours, and you and I will bring the sunshine. Oh yeah. Everywhere we go, everywhere we go.
So there you have it. Welcome. We just wanted to play the intro in case you're brand new to our channel. Welcome, welcome. We hope you guys enjoy many of our videos. Let's see where you're all coming in from this morning, because I know, and maybe you guys don't know this, but if you're watching from outside of New Zealand, New Zealand's the last countries, like one of the last countries in the whole world to get the Delta variant, which means we're all in lockdown, which means no one's at work. So everyone should be just enjoying and coming on our live to chit chat, right? So welcome. But yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. We were all kind of last night guessing, how long is the lockdown going to be? Because originally it was supposed to be only for like 3 days, and then it was extended. So we may have to do a contest where we try and figure out how many days it's going to go. So we'll see. But yeah, let's see where you guys are all coming in from. So hello. Let's see. We got some people speaking Spanish here. Emmanuel, los quiero y las amo mucho. Oh, thank you. Kiora, what's for breakfast? Harry's asking, what's for breakfast? I'm going to have muesli after, because I had to get everything all set up. So I was just, I've got my coffee. Girls had breakfast, and then we're baking.
I didn't yet.
You didn't yet? Then we're going to bake oatmeal chocolate chip cookies that Angelique's got in the making. Tom says, hi, this will be too early in the morning for you in the UK. Oh, wait. No, you're like evening time UK. Hopefully.
I could check.
Kiora, yeah, no, it's the evening over there. We've got Derek saying hello from Alabama. Hola from Mexico. So cool. Kiora from Rotorua. Oh, that's nice. We know that family really well. Ezekiel from Argentina, hola. Hey, Michelle from Christchurch. It's so cool to see you guys all coming in. Hello from Israel. Oh, I was just reading a whole article about Israel this morning. Yeah, crazy. Good morning from Dunedin. So nice to see you guys all there. What Delta variant? Well, are you joking? I hope you're joking. Anyway. Someone from Wellington, Colombia, like Auckland, Pahia. Oh, that is so cool. Oh my gosh, you guys, we have so many, every time somebody says a place we've been, I'm like, we have so many videos upcoming of that area. It's going to be so cool to show you all. I can't wait. Okay, are you guys hearing a little bell sound? Because
You want to grab him, Julie?
I don't know if you all know, but we got an adopted cat since we've been here in New Zealand, and he is so cute. This is Ziggy. Ziggy, come on over. Let's see. Make your special appearance. This is beautiful Ziggy. Let's move this out of the way. Here, Ziggy, you gonna make a little sound? A meow, maybe? Like this. Move that out of the way. So Ziggy has been around for many, many nights, and he comes over and says hello, and Tyler, we think, likes this cat more than he likes any of us, because as soon as he hears Ziggy's bell, or as soon as we say, I think Ziggy's here, he gets up and jolts to the door. And then if it's midnight or even closer to 1 a.m., he literally walks down the laneway to see if Ziggy's around in case Ziggy wants to come in. And last night, Ziggy didn't show up, and we were all kind of sad, and we were like, oh, well, I guess he's...
sad?
I was, because I like having him. And so anyway, it was like past midnight, and sure enough, Tyler goes just to check at the door, and he opens it, and Ziggy comes running in. It was so funny. So anyhow, Randy, thank you so, so much. That is so nice. I really appreciate that. That is so nice. It first of all, just all your encouraging comments and everything like that is enough. Like, we're so happy when you guys like our videos. John, you said congratulations on the Oman video. Yeah, we were so happy because Oman did so well. It got 100,000 views. Like, that usually doesn't happen to our videos like that. And everyone in Oman was so funny.
The cat was drinking the smoothie.
What? Oh no. That is not why it likes this house. It's not because we feed it or anything like that. Okay, so let's see. Oh, we got people from Illinois coming in. Where else? Someone from Melbourne.
Yeah.
I should
Poland.
get Poland. Wow, you guys are
Seattle.
like... Okay, so we obviously picked the right time because we launched a video yesterday trying to get a lot of people in the Middle East, because some people often will be like, oh, we're sleeping when you put your videos live and we really want to join it while you put it live. So we tried that, but not many people were aware, or maybe you guys didn't really realize when we did that. So yes. All right, we got Ezekiel saying hi to Tyler and to Pepe. Mapua. Oh, cool. Seattle. Oh my gosh, I can keep going on and on. Okay. Okay, so here comes questions. So Randy's asking, can you tell us how you've been able to stay in New Zealand so long? I've heard... Oh, sorry, I've got an alarm going off. I've heard about how you got there and the visas, and how were you able to stay? Okay, so let's do that, and then I'll go through... You guys can maybe read some of the questions, and we'll tell you guys. Okay, so we arrived here in March 2020 before the lockdown.
Yep.
We came with visitors' visas. And as soon as the government kind of went into, like the country went into lockdown, they automatically extended any visitor's visa, like an automatic extension. So our typical extension then got extended for another 6 months. Yeah, was it? Julia's a detailed person. She knows better.
Wait, what?
Our visa, our first initial visa. I think so.
Is it? Oh, I was wondering. No, I'm just looking at Angelique because my dad does a lot of smoothie and the cat keeps going.
Oh, he made like a berry smoothie and he's eating it. It's all good now. And then after that, the government did, again, another extension. And we were so happy because we thought, sure enough, they won't do a double extension, but they did. And so we were at this point up until then, still on our normal visitors' visas. And then anybody who wanted to stay even longer, this time they could reapply and pay a certain fee per person if they wanted to stay on longer as a visitor. And you had to do, I think, certain tests for health, I think, for the visitor's visa to be extended. I'm pretty sure. So I might be getting mixed up. And then for us, anyway, we went ahead and we actually did an application for a proper visa, which if it goes through, we can stay up to a year. So, ideally, this is like a big thing and a big revelation. We would like to make this potentially our home. So the only trouble is immigration in New Zealand isn't fast when it comes to our type of visa. Other visas get processed fast. Ours apparently takes a whole 22 months, which is a very long time, to go through the whole approval process. And I see a lot of things coming through, so I won't talk too long on this. So we're in wait time, and our visas are going till October, which means we will probably have to leave and we won't get approved in the amount of time it needs to get approved. So we're up in the air with all that. So that's that.
Someone said you must be Kiwi by now. And someone also said Australia's going crazy.
Yeah. Well, the girls sound kind of Kiwi. Someone said that if you put a camera on, no one would know where the girls are from. Like if somebody asked and it was their first time seeing us, which is kind of funny. So I wrote down some questions because people often ask us questions and then I forget to answer them on the live. So I've heard you and I've heard your questions, so we're going to cover some of them. And okay, here's one. So, and I've just kind of come up with in my head some of the answers because there's so many that it's hard to pick one. But one of the persons said, what is our most unique story that we've done, or unique place and stuff like that? So I thought of one last night, which was a place in Namibia, and it's called Dune 7. And does anyone...
It's one of the largest sands in the world, I'm pretty sure.
One of the largest sand dunes in the world. Yeah, do you want to describe it?
Well, we went up at sunset, which was beautiful, and basically you walk up it, but every time you take a step, you go down because it's sand. But then once you reach the top, you can go sand duning or whatever you want. It's really cool.
It is so cool. And what else? So when you go up, well, one of the funny things with it is when you're going up, every time you take a step, you literally go 3 steps down, which is kind of funny. And Tyler is afraid of heights, so he was actually scared walking up it, which for us is hilarious because, you know, he was a little bit worried and concerned. So that's one of the unique places we've been. One of the funniest stories we had, and you didn't get a picture ready, actually. I was going to show a picture of it. Maybe we'll save that for our next live. But we can describe it, and then we'll show you a picture on our next live. How about that? Do you want to talk about that? Because you would remember it the most. The girls were quite young. It was the year 2015, and we were in the country of Brunei.
So basically what happened is we were going to take our flight, but our suitcases were overweight. And then we were like, well, what happens if someone's a bit overweight, you know? And then basically what we ended up doing is like we went to the bathrooms and we put on all our layers of clothes, and then we walked on because our suitcases were the right weight. And then everyone was taking pictures because we looked like these little, I don't know.
They look like, you know, have you ever seen like the commercial, I feel like way back when, the Michelin blimp commercial, like these like little blown up little
But we had like
things?
so many layers of clothing, and then everyone, yeah, it was so funny. And then we got on the plane and then we started taking them off. But
and
yeah.
the ladies at the check-in were like, are you seriously doing this? And we were like, we are. And they didn't say anything because like you can wear as much clothes as you want, I guess. Anyway, it was really funny. Okay, so let's read some of the comments. And while we're doing that, maybe one of you, do you want to, someone asked like what's our most scariest scenario we've ever been in? And so I was going to maybe share on that, and you guys can pipe in if you want. But do you want to read some of these and then answer? Oh, you've got your phone there too.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, the scariest scenario we've ever been in, and this isn't like scary for our danger, but we were literally fearful for our lives, and it was driving in the country of Peru. We were on a bus, and I was in the back, so I couldn't really like see, and Tyler was in the very front, and he kept turning around, and he's like, do you see what I'm seeing? And I'm like, oh, no, like I could feel like the bus is doing this, and anyway, we do our whole trip to Machu Picchu, we come back, and on the way back, we're in a different kind of like chicken bus, I guess, like all squeezed in, and I can see everything this time. I've never been so scared in my whole entire life. Like the roads were so scary and so dangerous going up and over, and the guy was chewing something in his mouth, like cacao leaves or however you call them, and I was worried that it was like making him high, and he was like singing, and then he had like all this stuff on the front window, and so it was getting fogged up and he couldn't really see, and I was just like, I can't see, so that means he can't see. And then we were dodging rocks that had fallen down, and there was dogs on the road, and so he kept swerving, and he was like, you know, like going on, and I seriously, I thought we were gonna die and fall off the road. Like I was so scared, and it wasn't like it was just like a half an hour drive. This went on for hours and hours. I feel like it was like a 5-hour drive. It was so crazy. Anyway, we made it home safe and sound, back to Couscous, and but yeah, that's where we were staying.
Oh,
isn't it called? Yeah, it was Aguas Caliente de Couscous.
Oh yeah, couscous.
So anyway, okay, let's get to your questions.
Someone said, what is the cat's name? The cat's name is Ziggy.
Yep.
Everyone.
Another person said it's really awkward because I actually work for a place called Delta.
Oh, that would be awkward. Well, there's Delta Airlines, right? Oof, geesh.
Yeah.
From Oman.
Someone from Oman. Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh, welcome. It's amazing. Thank you guys so much. Like the Omani people, first of all, watched our video like so much, and everyone was so welcoming and saying all these beautiful, nice comments. So thank you and welcome to our channel. Every time we pop up a new video in a different country, all of a sudden we get a surge of those people that seem to find it and then start following our channel. So I hope you enjoy all of our other videos as well. That'd be really cool.
Somebody said we should go to the Bethlehem sand dunes in Auckland after lockdown.
We were there,
Oh.
weren't we?
No, we were. Is that the ones?
No.
No, I don't even know what they're called. The ones near 90 Mile Beach up north, in the very north of New Zealand. That's where we were. Those ones were like still high. Yeah, they were still cool. And I'm gonna.
Someone wrote, "Hey Tyler, kia ora kutu katao." I don't know how to pronounce it.
something I wanted to share with you guys as well is things that we don't always share in public. What is something that we each bring uniquely that is not something of necessity? Because what else did I write down about you girls? Anything else? Well, Angelique, I know what Angelique brings. What do you bring?
I bring books too.
We also, she's our DJ. So anytime we go on a long car ride or anything.
She'll play the music.
So she plays the music, but one thing we always bring with us is...
But that's not something that's not a necessity.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying things that are not a
That is.
necessity. You think it's a necessity?
Yeah.
Speakers. Who
Go
travels...
on car rides and you just need speakers.
Okay, well, how many of you guys would travel with speakers?
I mean,
I don't
they're
think
not
it's like a
that
necessity.
Big. They're pretty small.
It's small. It's like a small thing, and it latches onto our book bag. And so when we're going even on a long hike, we just have like fun music to play and stuff like that. So yeah.
Somebody said, did you guys win the lottery or something?
Yeah, that would be really cool. We just work from home, so just like everyone else right now during COVID, but we work from home. So yeah. And then Julia, I know what I was thinking for Julia, a necessity item. She doesn't put it in her suitcase, but this is something...
No. That is definitely not me.
Okay, it's me
I
then.
see that you wrote it down. It's
What is it?
Eyelash tinting products. We tint our eyelashes so that they're not blonde, like not Chloe's, but everyone else. So that when you're swimming or you go surfing, you don't have to wear mascara. So that's
everyone uses that. That's not just...
yeah, but we travel with it, and you don't have to just... So it's just funny, because like our suitcases, if someone were to open it, it's like really funny. We're minimalist, but then we travel with these things that you don't necessarily need to have. So yeah. The girls need speakers. Yep. To play the music, right? It's
Now
fun.
we'd be sitting in a car for like 5 hours with absolutely nothing to do except for look out the window.
Yeah, because not all cars and if you're
Especially when you're like in Africa or somewhere.
I was
you
gonna
know what I mean?
say, yeah.
You can't be playing like a game with cards in Africa. And then if your phone battery dies, well, play music.
Yeah, and everyone loves it. Like when you take the buses, and people appreciate the fact that you have some good music to play. It's pretty cool. Let's see.
Angelique, do you want to get the cat?
Speakers are good for scaring away the bears.
Oh yeah, bears. Yeah, exactly. So if you're walking through the forest, you need speakers to scare away the bears. I thought someone was gonna say, "How dare you listen to speakers while you're like walking through the nature? You should be listening to the birds." We do that too, but it's sometimes fun to have music.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a long
hike.
hike.
She needs the speakers.
Who is who?
Who are the girls? Let's introduce you girls.
So I'm Julia. I'm 17.
I'm Chloe. I'm 13.
And I'm Angelique and I'm 15.
Yeah, I think you guys know
Youngest, middle, oldest, tallest. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm married. They're asking if I'm married. I'm married. Tyler's just never on the screen or on video. He doesn't like it, so
Very shy.
yeah. Cool. And replying to your messages. Just reading all these guys as we go through. Oh, yeah. Can't wait to see us get the first YouTube plaque. Wouldn't that be so cool? Like I see other YouTubers get that. Oh, and which leads me to my next question. I can't forget, and I won't forget, by the way. We have someone, this really sweet boy in India, always messaging us, and he can't be on the lives during this time. So he wanted to know, and girls, I'm putting you on the spot because I didn't ask them this yet. He wants to know who is our favorite YouTubers.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm struggling with that because I don't really like have a favorite, but do you guys have like a favorite?
Well, there's certain people I definitely enjoy watching, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, who?
I quite enjoy Mr. Beast's video just in the way they film it, and just they're quite funny.
Mr. Beast is so cool because he gives away so many
Yes.
outrageous things. It's
Exactly.
awesome.
I quite enjoy watching Stanley Zatara.
Oh, yeah.
Ohana Adventure.
Yeah.
Watch them.
The girls like to watch like family traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's fun to see like not all of them fully like Ohana Adventure don't really fully travel, but they started doing certain things, and it's really fun to see them. How about you?
I'm not sure. I don't always really watch YouTube.
No? Okay, well, how about your favorite TikTok person, or I don't know.
I don't use TikTok.
Don't really watch TikTok. Speaking of TikTok, what is our TikTok account?
Yes, if you guys haven't followed it or checked it out, definitely go and check it out. It's Growing Up WB.
It's really cool,
Yeah.
I must say. Okay, my favorite YouTuber would have to be, I was thinking of all of this, and I think it's the Yes Theory, because they do some really fun, outrageous things.
Absolutely.
They're always like so good at storytelling and like doing just like the most craziest things. So yes, I would say the Yes Theory is mine. And I love their kind of motto behind what they do is like saying yes to things, and we're very much like that. Like if somebody invites us, let's say we're like in a country, like when we were in France, this one guy's like, oh, you guys should come to my birthday in Ireland when I turn 40. I'm like, be careful what you say, because we're the type of people, if you invite us, we're going to show up. So yeah, that's pretty funny. Let's see, what else?
I quite often enjoy channels as well that do like pranks.
Oh yeah, like just for laughs out of Quebec. They're hilarious. Which one?
Improve Everywhere does a lot of them as well.
Oh, okay.
Like they do it in the street, like everyone's walking down the New York street and then they all flip around and they walk in reverse and everyone's just like, what?
Someone asked if Tyler dances as much as we do.
No.
Tyler doesn't dance.
But he did one day.
Oh, when we were in Spain a couple of years ago, he danced a lot.
What? Oh, yeah.
And in Nicaragua.
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
It's hilarious. You want to tell him the story?
You tell him.
He's going to be mortified if we share the story. I better not. I'll get in trouble after.
No, you should.
Maybe it'll be like a behind the scenes. Subscribe to our newsletter. Go to growingupwithoutborders.com and we maybe share some of those stories there. There's like certain clips I was like, we can't insert these in the video, but maybe we'll put like a special like, you know, clips that we're embarrassed to show only to certain people. No, it's okay.
Somebody said the All Blacks are coming to Washington, D.C. in October, and their family are booked to see them in the USB.
That's cool.
And then they asked if USA, not USB, and they asked if we have seen a rugby game yet.
That's so cool.
We haven't seen a rugby game yet.
No, we've not seen a rugby game yet. And it's a shame because the country went into lockdown and we were going to go up and see the new All Blacks Museum. But who's the mother? I'm the mom. I think you're joking, but thank you very much. That's really funny. While you guys are just here, I'm going to do a special plug-in for the girls because the girls have been working really hard at making their geography classes, and they made like this little trailer video. Well, first we have a special appearance from Ziggy the cat. Again. Here comes Ziggy.
Because the cat can just sleep on here.
There's the cat.
He wants to sleep.
Is he going to go to sleep? Wouldn't that be funny? Ow! He's in playful mode. Okay, that's hilarious. We made him this like special toy with it's a string and it has this little part. And when he gets playful, he either bites your knee or your foot or your hand like he just did. It's not like a real bite, but he kind of goes like this. It's hilarious. It's quite funny.
It's funny.
Yeah. Okay, I want to do a special plug for the girls' geography. So here's the little video they made that you guys can enjoy.
Hi, we're Growing Up Without Borders, and we've been to 98 countries.
And I've been to 99 countries.
And we're going to teach you geography in a fun way.
From our perspective.
Today we're visiting Zagreb, the capital of Croatia.
Edinburgh, Scotland.
And I would like to welcome you to Tunco, El Salvador. We are visiting Seville, Spain.
Zermatt, Switzerland.
Jeffreys Bay.
South Africa.
Grenada, Nicaragua.
Today we're visiting Baden from the 1800s.
Bled, Slovenia. Bacalar in Mexico.
Tikal, Guatemala. Hopkins Bay, Belize.
San Jose, Costa Rica.
I'm Julia.
I'm Chloe.
And I'm Angeli. And we're going to be teaching you geography, a fun version through our perspective. So here's a few things that we will be seeing in the videos. We'll be talking about the food, the culture, the landscape, their flags, their money, and all sorts of different things. You'll be receiving 1 to 2 videos every month. So now let's get started on our very first class.
So there you have it. That is the geography made fun classes from the girls, and they're having so much fun making them and creating them. And do you guys want to touch a little bit more on that?
So basically, we just talk about a certain, like for example, we choose like New Zealand. We talk about the food, the currency, what it's like there. You know, all those little things.
And they work really hard on it. And then we take all the clips from our past trips and we interject it so that you can see what it's really like. So it's really fun. So they put a lot into that. So hopefully you guys, if you have grandchildren that want to join, or maybe you're childlike yourself and you want to have fun with the girls, go ahead and subscribe to that. And that's a great way if you want to support us. So another thing, Angelique's in charge of. What are you in charge of, Angelique?
I'm in charge of like the fashion, or like, I don't know why you sweat. What kind of things would you guys buy if we were
Face
to sell stuff?
masks, even.
Yeah, what do you guys want to see if we start creating? So I think, sorry, I'm moving the mic a little bit over for Angelique because she sometimes speaks quietly. But yeah, what do you want to see on our merch, our swag, as she calls it? I didn't even know the word swag and merch a couple of years ago. That was really funny. Yeah. So let us know what you want to see. And then lastly, somebody was asking, what are some of the traditions that we always keep no matter what, no matter where we go, which country we're in, like a tradition or something we do like every single week kind of thing. And I was thinking about it, and the only thing I can think of is like movie pizza night we try to do no matter where we are.
Also Mexican food. We always have like Mexican soup.
How is that a tradition? Taco Tuesday.
Taco Tuesdays.
No, we don't.
We don't do. We started though.
And then we stopped.
Like months ago.
But the only other thing would be like crepes, but we don't always do that. But we have like crepe on weekends. French
so
crepes.
we do on the weekends have either French toast, pancakes, or crepes. So one of the three, usually every Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
Probably Saturday, yeah.
Somebody said we should do a collab with your New Zealand family.
With who? Who's that?
Your New Zealand family.
Whoa, I don't know them.
We'll have to search them.
Should I search them?
Please don't sell creatives rights to a sponsor for our show. Oh,
You're too good to do that.
thank you. Okay. Who knows? You never know if we get approached by someone, right? 15 degrees, really saying it's 15 degrees in Wellington. It's warming daily. That's nice. It's pretty mild, eh? Like when I say, so for those of you listening from Northern Hemisphere, we are in the middle of winter. This is like the month of February for you guys. And it's really not that bad. I mean, there's no snow on the ground for one. And you don't need like a parka to go outside. And you don't have to wear gloves and a hat, unlike other countries we've lived in. So it's really not the kind of winter. And this is why you see Kiwis all the time going to the grocery store all the time in shorts in the middle of winter. I don't know how they do that still.
And barefoot.
Barefoot or flip-flops.
Especially if there's like a little bit of frost. It'd be quite cold on your feet.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it, but they do.
That's why they probably have cold feet.
Okay, here comes the guessing. Okay, I want to make a contest. So Whitaker's Chocolate, I reached out to them and they're like, because we're looking for sponsors, right? And I'm like, hey, you guys want to like maybe sponsor some of our videos? And they're like, oh, no, not really, but we're going to send you a box of chocolates. I'm like, sure, I won't say no. So they sent us this like massive box. I'm like, I have a massive box of chocolates, which was so nice. And included in those are like some of these and like all their specialty ones and like basically a whole bunch, like tons. Like this one that we never really eat either. Right? So anyway, we thought, well, we want to share the love with you guys, especially if you're in New Zealand. So if you're in New Zealand and you're watching, we thought we can do a contest in the comments. So not on the live stream because we won't really see all those, but if you go in the comments on our live and write down how long your prediction is for the lockdown in New Zealand. So if you want, and I guess I should open it to everyone in the world, whoever wants, and we're going to ship you Whitaker's Chocolate from New Zealand. So guess, is it 10 days, 17 days? So someone here said 17 days for lockdown. How many days do you think it's going to be that we're going to be in lockdown in New Zealand? And just keep this in mind, if you're watching from outside of New Zealand is a strict country. They don't mess around with the virus, and this is why we've been pandemic free this whole time. So how long will it take the whole thing to settle down? This is the big question. So comment the one who gets it closest, and we'll only know when we get out of lockdown. We're going to ship you chocolate, so we'll reach out to you and then we can direct message each other or whatever to get your details.
Somebody said 19.
Yeah, who knows.
19 days.
All y'all have about 100 countries to go. We sure do. That we got about 97, depending on if you're going under which country, but we've got about 97 countries to go. 44 of those are in Africa.
It could be like, for us girls it's a bit more, so that's why it comes to a bit.
Yeah, that's true. The girls
Somebody
have a couple more.
said 2 months.
2 months. Yeah.
No.
I don't want to discourage everyone, but who knows, right?
Somebody said 65 days.
Okay, so Brian's saying, thanks for sharing your travels. Shout out to Pepe. Yeah, a big shout out to Pepe.
Yes.
Somebody once said, like, somebody on the comments, like, oh, they probably have a good sponsor. I tell you, Pepe's sponsored a lot of our trips, and he's just been so, like, gracious because he loves to travel. And sometimes he's like, I've got no one to travel. And he's like, do you want to travel with us? He likes traveling with us. We're like, yeah, we're on board. So the cruise that we did through the Middle East that we're releasing now, that was thanks to Pepe, which is amazing. So, yeah.
Thank you, Pepe.
Big shout out to Pepe.
Someone said, does that include just level 4 or level 3?
Ooh,
Does it include all?
that's good. Okay, let's say it includes to getting to level 2 because level 3 you can't really do much either, right?
Level 2 is like...
Okay, let's explain it.
Whatever.
Level 4, everything shut down. Level 3, you can slowly start.
Like you can open your business, but it's still social distance and masks.
Yeah, you can't go into the businesses. And so let's say level 2 because at level 2
That means
like
it's just social...
social distancing, but certain amount of numbers to congregate together. So
That's fine.
But at level 2, you're already feeling a little bit. You're kind of feeling like what most countries call lockdown. Actually,
Things are open, stores are open, everything's open.
So until we get to level 2, there you go. And for those of you who don't know it, well, just go to watch Jacinda Ardern explain it. She explains it really, really well. This is one of the only prime ministers in the world that I've seen do so many lives. She goes on Facebook Live all the time and she explains things and she makes it like so simple that like a 6-year-old can understand it, and she's very transparent. And I think that's key for the whole nation to be on board with what they're doing, because no one feels like it's like a threat or like it's done on purpose to suppress people. It's like, here's what our numbers are, here's exactly what's going on, and she's just so relatable. And I think when I look at some of the prime ministers, not to be mean to the Canadian government or anything, but when I watch them speak, they look like robots, and they're like standing there so rigid and like almost like very robotic when they speak, and it's just like, just speak normal, you know, like just be normal. I don't know why they don't, but anyway, I don't know, it's weird. That's my 2 cents. Shouldn't diss my own home country, but you know, yay. Anyway, you guys got it good here in New Zealand. Let me just say it that way. For those of you who don't think that it's good here, you've got it really, really good. This is a really good country to live in and to be in, even though it's expensive. Certain things are expensive, but you have so many things like that are advantageous. So yeah, crazy. Oman representing. Whoop, whoop. That's so cool. Their Slack here in California, it's whatever level.
Level was at Venice Beach 2 days ago, and most people aren't wearing masks, even if they haven't been vaccinated yet.
Crazy,
it's
eh?
crazy.
I know, like I was reading an article that my friend sent me. He's in Bulgaria right now, and he sent me an article this morning about Israel. And if you don't know, Israel is like a perfect country to watch because they've been pretty much, I don't know what the percentage rate of vaccination is, but it's really high. And they're starting to have a really big problem even within the people that are vaccinated with the Delta variant. So it's not really like, it's like the shot's kind of worn down and certain people are having trouble still, like hospitalizations and everything. So anyway, it's just not good, but it's a good case study if you want to watch it.
Wellington and Auckland will probably have a longer lockdown though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll probably open up certain places a little bit faster and stuff like that. So it's so cool.
Somebody said something funny. Auntie Cinda is like family tucking her loved ones.
Yeah. They call her Auntie Cindy. I don't know why they call her Cindy or Cinda. Oh, for Jacinda. Auntie Cinda. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Funny, eh?
Someone said we've grown since being here in New Zealand. You can tell by the geography classes.
Yeah,
Well,
the girls have grown so much, especially this one, because she was like, you know, when you go from the age like 10 to 13, like Chloe has, there's a big growth. And then she's just so big compared to kids her age that
I'm tall.
everyone thinks that she's the eldest. And they're like, who's the eldest? Her, who? You know, it's quite funny. You're a follower from Saudi Arabia. That is so cool. Welcome to our channel. Somebody sent us something the other day from Iran, and they said that there's a TV station, because in Iran they don't get YouTube, but there's a TV station that plays YouTube videos, and they were playing our video on their TV, and they took a picture of it and sent it to us. And I was like, that is so cool. Yeah.
Someone says looks like their hair's gotten darker as they've grown up.
Yeah, and also we're just not surfing, and in most Yeah.
Mine's pretty wet right now, so when it's wet, it's pretty dark. But the girls, Chloe's, I think
Mine's
it's
got
gone
different
darker.
colors.
The girls don't really highlight or do anything with their hair. But when we're in countries, when we're in the water all the time surfing and just swimming and just having fun, you get the natural bleaching effect to your hair, right? So speaking of hair, you guys want to know a funny story? I went to the hairdressers and I'm like, I want blonde highlights with a little bit of like, low lights, to give it like some contrast. Anyway, she's like, oh, we got these new colors in and I'll just, in and amongst your highlights, highlight, like color everything else and it's kind of going to have a red tinge to it, right? Okay. I left and my hair was literally like red. And so there's going to be a video coming up and you guys are going to be like, what did you do to your hair? That's what happened. And so then I didn't trust to go back and I got Chloe to highlight my hair. So she's the one who did my highlighting job. Pretty good,
Someone said that what is crime like over there? Do you have to have private guns ownership in New Zealand?
So personally, I would say it's very safe, but then there is some areas that you, of course, you can get robbed anywhere or anything. But so we know some people that leave their doors open,
Their
unlocked.
house is open.
So it just depends. For the most part, it's safe.
Okay, the way New Zealand works is there's the 2 islands, right? And you've got only a few major cities. But when you think of a major city, their major cities are like small cities in other countries. So when you think of Auckland, that's the biggest city of New Zealand. Auckland's like a really small like city. And there's really not much crime. It's not like, if you think of Detroit or downtown, maybe Orlando or
a big city
or Mexico City, like when you think of
Kansas.
or New York or Paris or any of these things, it's nothing like that. And as a matter of fact, it feels like you're in the countryside and you're in the city. Like it's beautiful and you got hills and you got nature and then there's just like this feeling of like it's not really that dangerous at all. It's not like you're in Cape Town or anything like that. It's just different. And like people often in any other countryside kind of area, a lot of people don't lock their doors here. They literally just
They're like,
they don't lock their doors at
she'll
all.
be right.
She'll be right. No, if they want to come in, they'll break a door. So it's not like, in so many other countries we go to, they literally have like bars on the windows and they have gates. And in certain countries they have 2 locks on the door, like bolt locks where and there's like 3 things that go through and they have 2 of those and they have 2 doors. Like we've been in places where you have like, it's just so crazy to think of the security and you're like, oh my gosh, like you don't really feel so safe, right? But here, nothing like that at all.
Someone said, what was your worst experience during travel? Non-COVID, of course, because we haven't traveled since COVID.
My worst experience was when Chloe got sick in Ecuador, but I don't like to talk too much about it, but it was my worst experience in the world. It was very scary. And so, yeah, and it's kind of like a COVID experience. You don't have control over it, right? So that's it. But other than that, I mean, we've been good. We've been really good. I always say, like, I feel like we have like this level of protection around us. And maybe it's because we're a family and people appreciate a family unit and they maybe like see a family as like a structure that not to mess with, or I don't know. It's just like people don't necessarily mess with us and they usually want to help us. And that's just probably the general rule of the world.
Especially because we're a
just,
family. When you're a family, people don't approach you as much because, I don't know.
They don't want to rip you off. Like
they're like, it's a family, man.
Yeah.
Compared to if you're a solo backpack traveler, then you're more of a target.
Yeah, it's like respect, People respect that family unit. We think, anyway. I think that's our saving grace. So it's pretty cool. What else?
Someone said, hi, from Mexico. And someone said, I'm from Saudi Arabia and I watched the Oman episode. It was nice. I encourage you guys to visit Saudi Arabia. It's a hidden gem. It is nice to see you alive.
Cool. Yeah, Saudi tourism started doing a big campaign before COVID, reaching out to people with YouTube channels and such. And that was kind of on our list. Obviously, we're going to go one day. But yeah, that's really cool. So hopefully we'll be able to like partner even with your tourism board and do something really cool there. That'd be awesome. Are you allowed to work here? Oh, that's a really good question. We can't. So under our current visas, we're not allowed to work. Like we're not, we telework, like, so we work, but we're not working for a New Zealand company. We're not allowed to go get a job or anything like that, unless we were to switch our visas. New Zealand is in such dire state of getting workers because their borders have been shut down. It's been a real challenge.
Especially with all the fruit farms.
Yeah.
because they produce a lot of food,
Yeah.
and it's not like an island that needs sustaining. It can sustain itself.
They ship out a lot of their produce to the world. They export, like they export their wine, and they export a lot of kiwi fruit, and the list goes on and on and on. And so they trade a lot with other countries, but they just don't have the manpower. So, and they don't have the borders open for people to get in. So it's a challenge. A lot of people are challenged with getting workers and stuff like that. It's quite interesting to see the whole dynamics of it.
Somebody said, "What's your favorite holiday?"
Over there.
See, this is so funny too. What's your favorite? Okay, I'll let you do that. Tanya, I'm just reading your comment. She said they have to hunt down their key when they go away any length of time. That's exactly it. I've been to places I'm like, so if we were to lock the door, you know, and I'm talking about places like downtown, like Lower Hutt, which is right beside Wellington, right? Okay, so not like rural where no one can get in. And because we're traveling with a lot of equipment, sometimes, and a lot of our data, I would hate to lose any of it. And they're like, a key? We never lock our doors. And they're like, I don't even know where the key is. And I'm like, oh. And they're like, well, and I'm like, so we're just like, okay, I guess we'll just leave it all open, you know? It's so funny. But yeah, hilarious, right? Sorry, go ahead. What do you want to say, Angelique? What's our
favorite holiday over there?
Our favorite holiday over here? Like here? What's your favorite holiday? Do you mean like our favorite place to go or a favorite?
If it's our favorite holiday, probably. I like it when it's not cold but not hot, so like a mixture.
How is that a holiday? That's like a season.
Well, then what's this? Easter? Is Easter?
Easter's a holiday, but we're not sure if they're saying like your favorite destination or.
But if it was like not in New Zealand, it'd probably be like Christmas.
No, like a holiday here would be like Waitangi weekend, Easter, holidays, summer holidays.
I would say like the summer holidays, which is like Christmas time. Oh. That's their summer, which is really funny. So FPL Fantasy Arabia says, do you consult or connect with our followers before visiting to take recommendations? Do we?
Sometimes. So yeah. In Malay, the video I'm working on right now, we did basically they reached out to us on Instagram, and then they took us around, and it was really cool, and they showed us all the local places, the local food and everything. So in that sense, we did go with locals, and they reached out to us.
Yeah, that's true.
Where was that?
In Malay, in the Maldives. Yeah, and then other times, like sometimes we definitely reach out to tours and activity providers. But
it would be great to have locals show you around, show you all the hot spots.
We're planning like future trips right now, even though borders are fully, it's not possible, but we're planning certain places. And so we're going to be making certain videos about our trips. So then that way we can get our followers to comment. Because a lot of times we go somewhere and we just don't know. Because the locals really know all those hidden gems. And then they'll be like, oh, go here. Oh, go there. Or did you check this out? Or so we're going to be
Someone said
posting.
During your movie nights, are you guys popcorn fans or nacho lovers?
Ooh, popcorn.
Popcorn it is. Mm-hmm. We do nachos though too, but we tend to eat
That's
those.
More so like a lunch sometimes.
Someone said, gosh, I love you guys. So happy to see you streaming. Sorry, I'm so excited. Even my mom's watching you, by the way.
Aw, thank you so much. Wait, where are you watching from? Tell us. That's so cool. I love, you guys see what I mean? It's so encouraging because this is, when we make a video, it is a lot of hours and it is a lot of work, but it's fun and it's our passion. And so just sometimes getting a nice, encouraging comment like that makes us be like, oh yeah, this is awesome. Like, you guys are loving it.
So what's your favorite kiwi food?
Favorite kiwi food?
Kiwi fruit.
Oh, kiwi fruit or food?
Food.
Rotorua meat pies from a place called, is it Patrick's Pies?
Yeah.
Patrick's pies.
We haven't had pies down here too much on the South Island.
I don't really have them that much.
But and it's probably a good thing because I don't think they're really like that healthy for you, but we were like going for those on a daily.
Those are good though.
They're so good.
Someone said, what types of careers are the girls going to pursue?
Careers. Ooh, what type of careers are you guys going to do?
So my goal would be to basically own hotels around the world. So I would like to go to a hotel management school, and there's a good one here that looks really nice, like down in Queenstown.
Do y'all get her accent? She just went, say so again. So.
I mean, I say it depends.
The first time she said, I'm like, what do you, and then I heard Jacinda Ardern say on her live, she's like, so, and I'm like, oh, you're starting to sound Kiwi. Like, that's a Kiwi so. However. It's hilarious.
I was gonna say one quick thing about the movies as well. It's like even though we have like a Friday movie night, we technically watch a movie on other nights as well.
Or shows.
Someone said, I want to see another volcano cake. The last one was hilarious.
Okay, once we
It
get
was
to
so funny.
100,000 subscribers, we'll do another one. And this time we're going to eat it.
And this time we should do a different type of
They're
cake. No.
Isn't it too much work or no?
It is a lot of work to make it, but it was fun.
Especially since we didn't
It's
eat
just
it.
it's funny.
It is.
I should like career.
Career, back to careers. What is your
designer?
fashion designer? What kind of fashion? Bathing
Clothing.
suit? What kind of clothing?
Clothing and costume design. things
Costume?
Like that.
For movies?
It'd be cool.
There's a huge demand for that, apparently. I heard there's a demand for makeup artists in the movie industry as well. There's like a lack of that. Just FYI, in case someone wants to do that. Chloe, what about you? What are you going to do when you grow up?
I don't know. Maybe be a chef.
A chef?
Go to Switzerland and learn how to cook.
She's going to take
Our uncle, my mom's brother, was trained to be a chef basically in Switzerland.
So
Right
maybe
beside.
she'll pursue that dream or that family kind of history of doing that.
There was one that said, "What's your next adventure? Which country is next on your adventure?" So our goal is to get to the Pacific Islands, and we might have to wait a while for that. But if not, we can go to Japan, maybe depending. See, it's all depending on borders and stuff. But this kind of area we want to try to get to, or Egypt, Africa, Middle East, all that.
Oh, and then the lady said they're from Saudi Arabia. Yay! Mom says to say hi. Hi, Mom.
Hi.
So cool. Someone from Monterrey, Mexico said, "Are we coming back to Mexico?" Look, guys, one of our goals, our dreams, is to be able to have a place in Mexico one day. Like, we loved it there. So yes, the answer is absolutely. And just yesterday, Tyler and I went for a long walk, and I'm like, we should go back to Mexico. And he's like, no, it's not on the list because we got to go finish the other countries. I'm like, well, we could just go there and we don't have to stay very long. You know, I'm trying to convince him to go. And he was like,
We
no.
do have to get to the Caribbean islands,
Yes.
technically, and
Yes.
Venezuela.
For these quick.
Yeah, we got a lot of places to go to.
Someone said, it's so insanely green in New Zealand. Does it rain a lot? Yes.
Yes.
It depends
But
where.
it can get dry. So okay, anyways, Blenheim normally is very dry, but we've been having a lot of rain, so it's been making it a lot greener, because normally it's very yellow and dry, and you go next door to Picton, and it's completely green
It's like,
and lush.
and we're talking about a half an hour
Yes.
distance. Like, so you can have dry and whatever, and then you drive only a short, not even like 25, minutes away, and it's completely luscious and green.
This is I'll read two of them, but someone
Okay.
said, meat pies at Ziggy gas station are the best, lol. Yes, you have started to sound like us, funny. And then someone else said, where have you been where you were so hot you couldn't get cold? And where were you where you were so cold you couldn't get warm?
I know exactly that. Oh,
Tet, Mozambique,
Mozambique.
Darwin, Australia.
Oh, yeah. And then wait, the other one is going to be Zanzibar because Mom...
Oh my
It
gosh.
was awful. Tell them the story.
So there was, we had this AC unit, but we didn't know how to work it, and it was to the point where it was so hot you can almost not sleep, if you will.
I mean, it was so hot.
We
But
were
this was 2 a.m. We arrived in
3 in the
Zanzibar.
morning,
3 in the morning? Okay. We arrived, and they overbooked the hotel that we booked at.
So we ended up. No,
they-
but this was a different hotel the next day. But yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So we couldn't stay. So we switched. So like we were in, like, it's like 3 a.m. and whatever. And then we're checking in. Everyone's tired, exhausted, super hot. And I didn't know the switch.
No, because we stayed at the first night at that hotel, and then we switched that day to the other hotel. We walked there.
But was
and
the
then-
first hotel cool then? Or
Yeah.
was it? Oh, it
It
was.
wasn't so bad.
Oh, okay. So it was the second hotel.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I didn't switch it. And then the next morning we're like, oh, here's the little thing to switch to make it cool. But it was just,
Yeah.
it was so hot you can almost not bear it hot.
Someone said, have you had a cheese roll? They're addictive.
But wait, what about the cold one?
The cold one? Yep. Coldest country I couldn't warm up in is Canada. Woo. You don't want to run out of...
New Zealand is sometimes cold if you wake up in the morning.
Oh, yeah, but it's not cold. Like, in Canada,
Canada's colder.
your hands are so cold just by filling up
And
your
you can't
gas
really
tank.
get warm when you're
Yeah,
outside.
and then if you don't heat up your car, you're like frozen for like 10 minutes and you're like, ugh, like it's just awful. It's so bad. It's like because in Canada it could go to minus 20 and then with the windshield it could go to minus 30. So have you ever experienced minus 30 C, like Celsius? It's really cold.
I've got one more for the hot country very quickly. It's Phnom Penh in Cambodia. That was extremely hot as well. Talking like 37, 40 degrees.
Someone said you need to catch a train from Christchurch to Nelson. It's amazing. They even have an old mining place you can check out with a lot of history.
Ooh, that sounds fun. I heard the train ride's beautiful because it goes along the coast. So for those of you who don't know, that's the South Island, kind of midway down, and it goes on the east side all along the coastline, and that coastline is just really, really, really pretty.
And did you guys know that the train actually goes on the ferry?
Oh, yeah. Someone said, can you let me know if there's a video on what inspired your first trip and where was your first destination?
We should make a video about that.
There's so many comments.
I've been on a couple podcasts just recently, and I'll be sharing them on Instagram. And some of those people ask me those questions, like what inspired the whole thing. So maybe I'll do a story, like a talking video about that to share with you guys, like how it all started and the whole travel thing. And
very quickly, my first country I've ever went to after Canada was probably the U.S. and then or the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, it was the Dominican.
I went there as a baby.
Yeah.
The person said, can't beat a sunny Xmas at the beach. They smell of canvas, tent, sand, and the smell of the ocean tops.
Good job on the accent.
I'm trying to do it.
Australian.
Do you guys want to hear Chloe make accent impersonations? It's cute. Just try. Because she does a good job. Like, try. You say your accent. No pressure. Just live on YouTube.
Which one?
Okay, try an Indian accent. Say, I'm going to Rotorua and they didn't have any curry meat pies.
Okay. So I went to Rotorua for Marlborough and they didn't have any Indian curry tikka masala.
Okay, try an Australian accent.
I'm still trying to do the Kiwi one.
Still trying to do the Kiwi one? While you're thinking and getting into your mode, I caught myself saying sweet as, cool as on a video in December 2019 before we were even in New Zealand. That's because we had met friends from Rotorua who were like always saying sweet as, cool as, and it obviously came out. And it's so funny because I was watching back the video as we were editing. I'm like, oh my gosh, I said a Kiwi word. Which is funny. Okay, Australian. Ready? Go.
So we went down to the beach the other day and we saw some box jellyfish. They don't sting ya if you don't go near them. Something like that.
Can you do a Valley Girl, California, or any? Oh no. The other day we were talking about the word aunt, and in French we say tante. So on my side of the family, it's like tante and then their name, or uncle or oncle. And they were asking me about that, and they're like, oh, so if you were in New York, she's like, if you were in New York, you'd say it like this.
Frankie, come and see your Auntie Jenny, or something like that.
Frankie.
Or something like that.
So isn't Zanzibar Freddie Mercury's home country?
Yes, yep. Freddie Mercury is from Zanzibar, and then he retired in Montreux, Switzerland, which is where we're living, like right beside there. So it's pretty cool.
And then someone says, I think you should all form a business as tour guides for Americans.
I think so too. This is really good timing that you're saying that. I had a whole conversation with a lady who does exactly that. And she brings people to different places around the world. And I was picking her brain and asking her about it because I was thinking, how cool would it be? Like if somebody, for example, wanted to come to Switzerland, we know all the unique places that the tour companies don't go to. So you know how you like have a tour bus, they always go here, there, and like everyone else goes there. But there's places that you don't really see the tourists, and they are just as beautiful, if not better. And it's just so cool. And I was like, and then we know all the picture perfect spots to get really cool pictures. And I was like, we could do our own tour where people come in. And so I'm going to throw it out there. If ever that's something of interest, maybe what I can do is put like a little form. But if that's ever of interest, message us, let us know, because it's something we could easily organize. And we would love to do it. So yeah.
In the States, there's like over 10 accents, easy. Like every different state has their own unique accent, you could say.
Okay,
like
so
if you go to Texas, it's more like hello there or whatever.
All y'all coming?
Yeah.
Y'all come back now.
Go big or go home, darling. And then if you go to like California, it's more like the like they say like a lot, and they'll be like some weird accent there. They'll say
They're like,
oh my gosh.
oh my gosh. No, that's, I don't know, that's something else. But
I'm trying to think of the accent.
oh, and gee,
So,
like,
like the other day, I went and I saw like this incredible, like the word for it is
this
like
incredible, like, organic food. It was like seaweed, and it was
Yeah.
just so good. Like, you
and
know.
if you put a little bit of like organic coconut milk, it's like amazing.
Because they're all organic over there, apparently.
Have you done a plane ride over our Swiss Alps in New Zealand? You'll think you're in Switzerland.
Yes, yes. When we came from Australia, when we first arrived, that was the view that we had. And we could see these snow-capped mountains because it was the month of March. And it was so beautiful. And I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm like the Alps. It was so pretty. It went fast, though. Like, you go through it fast, right? And then there was one part when we were driving to Milford Sound. So that's in the south, on the South Island, for those of you who don't know. And if you're in a place called Queenstown, you have a 3-hour drive. And along that drive, there are some spots where you can stop. And if you look at the mountains, it looks like you're in Europe. It's so pretty.
People are saying that Elsie's accent sounds a bit Scottish. And then it says, what country were you all in 2019? 2019, we traveled a lot. So we started the year in Nicaragua. Then we were like all in Central America, El Salvador, Guatemala, Belize, Mexico, America, Scotland, the UK.
The UK,
And then we were
There's
in
France, Spain,
Italy.
Italy.
yeah, Germany.
Yeah. Then we were in Croatia, Slovenia,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Bosnia,
yeah.
Montenegro,
Slovenia,
Croatia.
Kosovo.
Then we were in Spain again, and Italy again.
And then we were
France,
in Dubai, Qatar, Bahrain.
Oman,
Yeah.
Changing
Sri Lanka,
Maldives, Thailand,
Cambodia,
Cambodia,
Thailand.
Singapore, Malaysia.
Australia,
And then New Zealand.
and now here.
2019 was it felt like a full year. Of travel.
2019 was like a massive
And we
travel
were like
year.
non-stop traveling. That's why we were
Yeah.
behind on videos and school.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of still are. But anyways,
We're
not
catching
school.
up.
I'm not
Video
behind.
edits.
We're catching
No, in
up.
video terms.
Video terms. I mean, we need more manpower for video editing. It takes
That's
us a
just
long
to
time.
see how much traveling we have. We have so much content.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
Yes.
I find when you go from different European accents, it's quite easy whether you're going from Russian to a UK accent, then to a French to a German. I don't know.
Can you do one of
quite
those? A German
Sure.
accent or one of those? Okay.
So I can do a French accent.
That sounds German.
French. That's
French is
German.
German.
French. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just speak German.
Okay. Trying to do.
Well, you're doing that. Someone's asking. So Kelsey's saying about those cheese rolls. We had that in Oamaru, which was
Yes.
really.
Oh, yes.
We didn't see it anywhere else. We saw it in Oamaru, and that was about it. I think
They're just like cheese toasties, if you will, rolled up. So it's like bread with cheese.
they're really good. And sometimes I get to interview her. Okay, here's a funny story. So when I had met Stuart Smith, who is the local MP here, and he was with Judith Collins. And at first, because my head wasn't thinking that she was going to be there, I didn't even realize who she was. Like, duh, right? And so I was like, oh, and I was just like, this is Stuart Smith, blah, blah, blah. And then she was talking a little bit. And so then I had to go up to her afterwards, again, when we were in the downtown, to be like, oh, hi, Judith. Make sure she's included in the video. But that was really cool. That was really cool to be able to interview her. And then I met the mayor of Wellington, who was also there. And I was like, do you want me to interview you? Because I would love to interview you about Wellington, about the tourism and all that. And he was like, yes. So I have to organize that. We had planned to go to the North Island for September. We had everything, we still do. We have everything booked, ready to go. But with lockdown, I don't know if that's going to be possible, and which includes also potentially meeting the mayor of Wellington and doing an interview with him. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, you ready for the accent?
Okay, I can just say the same thing over and over. I don't know why this, but I can say, Peter, why are you out in the freezing cold? And then you could go over to a French accent. Peter, why are you out in the freezing
That's
cold?
German.
That's more German, but the French is like more of like
They
Peter.
say Peter.
Why
They can't say three.
What?
So now you're saying three.
are you out in the freezing cold?
Oh, I know. Sing
Freezing
happy
cold.
birthday like your friends do. Happy birthday
They say like
to
this.
you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy. I'm changing the version.
That's gonna like.
Happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Okay, so the other day we were watching this video on YouTube, on 60 Minutes, and apparently these people can wake up. So they have something that happens to them, and all of a sudden when they wake up, they change accents. So imagine you're just an American, and you wake up with a Chinese accent, and then that's like your accent for your rest of your life. Like, what's going on?
Like this
that'd be
one
so
lady, she
sad.
had an Australian accent, and she woke up with an Irish accent.
And then
To Ireland in her life. Can you imagine? Check it out on 60 Minutes. You guys are gonna, first of all, you laugh, but then you start almost wanting to cry because you feel so bad for the people because no one believes them. No one believes that they had that happen to them. And then
It's like, how can your accent just change all of a sudden?
yeah, and you sound Irish.
I know.
Irish.
That's so funny. This guy says, like, if we think that the Kiwis are friendly, wait till we go to Samoa. Oh my. Apparently they're like even friendlier and loving. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see. Angelique is smiling at the different accent impressions. You can tell she's probably thinking, don't look at me. I'm not having any part of this.
You really like my accents.
Are you going to try an accent,
Bring
Angelique?
Ziggy over.
She really likes my accents.
Yeah.
Can you bring Monsieur Ziggy?
He's sleeping.
Put it like right in the center.
Someone's asking, like, if we make money from YouTube or where do we get money? So we work from home. We have a traditional website development company that we work from. And so we do that. And then, yeah, YouTube is starting, we monetize our videos. So if you're watching our video and you see a little advertisement play at the beginning of our video, if you watch it, we make a small amount of money. So if you want to support us, watch all the commercials. Don't skip it. Just half joking. But yeah. And Ziggy will love you for it. Oh, now he's nice and happy.
He's just sleeping.
You guys are funny. This is Ziggy the cat. He's so sweet. This lady was like selling coffee in a thermos. And if you've been in the United States at all, if anyone's just selling coffee like out in the blue like that, it's not going to taste good and it's going to be watered down and gross. Okay, so I'm not expecting anything good. I think it was 25 cents. So just the price also, I was like, okay, well, whatever. So I buy my coffee. I had the first sip and it was seriously the best coffee I've ever had. I was just like, oh my gosh. I'm not sure if it was because of like the expectation versus reality thing in your head. And I wasn't expecting it to taste good. So when it did, I was just like ecstatic. Or if I was really in need of coffee or a bit of both, or they just have good coffee. But it was amazing.
And someone said, sehr gut, Chloe. Ja, ich spreche
Deutsch?
Deutsch. Ich lerne Deutsch.
Wo wohnst du?
Wo wohnst du?
That means where are you from?
No, kommst du means where do you come from?
wo
Ich wohne, for example, ich wohne in, that means I live in Ein. Yeah.
Shout out from Invercargill. Oh, cool. That is such a cool city. Or, yeah, I guess you call it a city. It was really nice down there. What's the best way to fund as you travel? Best way to fund as we travel is, well, in our case, like if we start getting more and more sponsorships, we're starting to have those come in. That really helps because that then monetizes like the videos. If we get a lot of views on a video, that helps because then there's more ads. And then of course, when we sell something in our traditional business, that helps as well. So yeah.
It's funny because the cat was just sleeping over on the couch before, and then when you bring it here, it's just continuing to sleep.
Someone's saying, what's our heritage from? So what's our background? So, okay. Tyler, my husband, is his ancestors.
Backgrounds are Irish.
And not just Irish. It comes from the general pattern, if you can imagine. Like if you trail it back, which we did, which is really cool. So we could say we're like related to general pattern. Huh? Yeah. That's why her hair, when she goes to Ireland, she looks like she's Irish. Her little look and feel.
A bit strawberry.
A bit strawberry. So no, and then
we have.
And then I was gonna say my dad was born and raised in Switzerland. My mom, born and raised. Kind of looked like he had like a little bit of more like reddish tinge to his skin and like more higher cheekbones. So I'm wondering if there's like a bit of like native Indian in there somewhere. And then my grandma, I think like if you go way back, she was kind of more German. So I don't know. It's kind of like, I think.
Mixture.
A big mixture. We're a big mixture. Come to Yemen. Yeah. We're going to go to the island where it's like Sokrat. How do you say it? Sokrata? It's like you can get there and it's safe zone to go. Yeah. Don't watch Growing Up with the Words of the girls to guess. Oh yeah. We should do like a guest appearance for the girls. This is Brian's suggestion. Oh all over the country. That's so cool. So he's saying like to make a video and then have people guess which country the girls are from. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, I should do that. Like,
should almost,
I could do a TikTok and then have my Irish accent, and then I could change to my British accent, and then I can go from my British accent to my French accent.
So Lester's saying that he's been all over India and there's not one specific accent. So
I
you're
know.
gonna have to go and we'll do a better job. She'll have to learn.
And I have to do the head bopping.
Oh yeah, you have to do this at the same time. Horoscope. Oh, I don't know. I don't do any of that stuff anyway. So with the Rick Steves of Canada, we're the Ricks. Yeah, we could be the Rick Steves of America, but we wouldn't bring you to Cinque Terre. That's where all the people go on. Like that's one of Rick Steves' popular ones, right? And then the people that are in Cinque Terre in Italy, that is near Genoa, they kind of get annoyed with all the tourists. So they're not like super friendly as they should be. And you can go to other areas where people are authentically really happy and friendly with the tourists because they're not like over tourist areas.
Someone's asking if we've been to the Matterhorn, and yes, we have been. We've been a couple times.
You got to look at our Zermatt video. We went to the Matterhorn and it's really cool. It's a cool place because you can go up and up and up, and it's really nice. So check out our video and you can see all about the Matterhorn and our time there. I'm just finishing up the comments, and then I think we're going to wrap up, you guys. Link to your channel. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'll put a link to the Matterhorn in the comments. Or Tyler, you can maybe. Tyler's here chatting, so maybe he can add one for you guys. Vous êtes good, Chloe.
How can someone donate to your family?
Donate.
If you're serious and you really want to, I don't know where that comment is. I don't see it, but
I'm right here.
if you really want to support us in any way, there's like a button on our website. If you go to growingupwithoutborders.com, there's a button to support us, and in there's like different things that you could do that would be really helpful. So yeah, I mean, and then if you want to subscribe to the Geography Made Fun courses, go for that as well. Yes, when are the Auckland vlogs coming?
Okay, so I don't know why I keep saying so. Anyways, so first we're gonna finish up a couple more series on our Middle East kind of area. Then we're gonna be jumping to Rotorua. I was just getting the cookie dough. Anyways, then we're gonna get to Rotorua and we're gonna have like a whole series. We've got like probably like 10 or more videos. Then Hamilton. Then we're probably gonna go back to Sri Lanka area. Then Auckland. So it's
we're gonna go back forth. But hopefully we're gonna be like popping them out fast for you guys to see, because there's just so many things we've done. Oh man, which countries have we not been to? It'd be really cool if we can share that map. Because if you go to growingupwithoutborders.com, there's a map of the world, and you can see all the countries we've been to. So then you can see which countries we haven't been to. That's a great way to go see it. Love how genuine you are. Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you. It's all about authenticity, right? Just being normal. I met somebody at the grocery store and they were like, oh my gosh, I watch your videos. And it was really funny because she did like this one double take and she's like, but you're much more petite in real life. And then she said, you're just like you are in your videos. You're just like you are. And I'm like, well, why wouldn't I be? It was really funny. Anyway, hilarious.
Usually
so he knows when he's got a good deal. Oh, he does have a good deal, eh? He is so
This is
nice.
funny. Oh my gosh, I thought you all had moved to, on from New Zealand, had moved to Dubai. I'm so glad you guys are still here in New Zealand, basically.
Yeah.
Well, we all want you guys to have citizenship.
Thank you. We don't have citizenship, but who knows? Like it later down the road with what we're applying for after 3 years, it's a possibility to switch over, and you never know. We might turn out to be Kiwis, which would be really cool if we did. Nice bloodline. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, you guys. So just to wrap up, it was really nice connecting with y'all. I'm just trying to finish up the last comments in case, because I know we sometimes miss it. But yeah, thanks for joining, and thanks for supporting us by watching and just giving us nice comments and stuff. I hope you enjoy all of our upcoming videos that we have coming out, and join us for our next live. And it should be probably, I don't know, we'll probably do this more often since everyone's in lockdown here in New Zealand, so we might do this more often. And yeah, thanks for joining. We're gonna go bake some yummy oatmeal cookies. If you're gonna bake something, let us know. Don't forget, enter at the comments, like on the YouTube video, put in your comment to say how long you predict New Zealand to be on lockdown, and we're gonna ship you either this kind of chocolate, or it might look like this, or it's gonna be something, but it's gonna